I went to see the Sourdough River Festival for the first time this year. With our parkland and stunning river valley, I don't know why I've never taken a look at the festival here in River City. When I showed up to the launch site a day early by my own mistake, I had the pleasure of speaking with one of the organizers.
Hi, my name's Kira and I'm the event organizer this year for Sourdough Raft Race Association's River Festival. We will have a canoe race, we have a two-person raft race that anybody's welcome to enter, and then we've got a big raft race as well. So the rafts there are pretty large, they can hold up to like 12 people or so, and they usually put a lot of effort into decorating them, and it's always a really good fun time. It's a water fight as well, so all the rafts are equipped with water guns and pumps and things like that, so it gets really fun, and especially on a hot day like this.
Among those large raft entries was Thrift Craft, a raft made completely from crowdsourcing. The raft is built by Alex Acosta, and he explains the story behind the media headliner this year.
Well, we were talking about doing a raft last year, and just because we got married last year and we bought a house, so we didn't have any money to do it, and we didn't have any time to do it. So this year, when they postponed it a month, I went on Kijiji looking for barrels, because I figured that's the place to get them. And I saw that there was a bunch of plywood and bikes and everything. So I just figured, what the hell, why not just do it all for free?
How much do you think all of this material would normally cost?
I mean, there's probably...
It's a few $100, I'm sure.
There's probably $80 worth of straps on there.
And whatever you could get the barrels for.
We have a $170 pump in my garage that doesn't work.
How many hours?
20 to 25, yeah.
That's it?
It didn't take very long. Once we got going, like once you built the deck,
I noticed you have a Make Something Edmonton logo on it.
yeah, one of the guys behind Make Something Edmonton, Kira Dlusskaya, he was nice enough to give us the donation or the entry fee if we put a logo on it.
And actually, the other part of this front that used to be there had his name on it.
The Thrift Raft was so popular that it had its own Twitter hashtag and ended up winning the Titanic Award and Best First Entry this year. Back to the event, Kira tells us more about the Riverfest.
The event started off in 1960 with the first crew going down from Edmonton Power, and they thought, well, what's a fun thing to do in Edmonton? And so they decided to come down. It started off at Devon back then, and they built rafts from logs that they found on site. And then they had a big party, and I think the entry fee was a bottle of whiskey. So that was back then. Now it's changed a lot. The name is kind of interesting in origin. It has very little to do with the bread. It's called sourdough because the prospectors who used to come out to this general area during the Klondike times, they would always have a bit of sourdough starter with them. So then people would keep calling them sourdoughs, and they had rafts to go up and down the river here. So I think that's where they got the inspiration for the name from. For the large raft race, so we usually, it's not a timed race per se, it's more judged based on the construction of the raft and team spirit and, I don't know, how much fun you have out there. So it usually gets down to Rafters Landing at around 3 to 3:30. We do, however, give out the Titanic Award every year to whoever crashes first, because we do have something like that happen every once in a while. But we do have safety personnel on staff on the river, and everybody's safe even if that happens.
While the race was displaced till mid-August this year due to the Alberta floods, next year's 55th annual Riverfest is scheduled to return to its usual slot during the K-Days. And that's my latest YEGventure. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, share and subscribe for more.
It was a raft. Looked good on paper.